I'm Chris Grimsley. I'm 34 years old and I'm a military veteran. I served in the Army from 2004 to 2008 in the 82nd Airborne, Alpha Battery 2nd and 319 Field Artillery Regiment as a tactical data systems specialist. Being in an airborne unit, it's a little bit faster pace. So jumping out of airplanes and we would have to have all of our gear that we would need for the next few days. We would carry that ourselves. There was a lot of times where I would be carrying things that were two and a half times my own body weight. And I was a small guy at the time, just a little over 100 pounds. You know, we really pushed ourselves. We would push our bodies and we would push ourselves to the limits that we didn't think we would be able to push them to. And of course, to accomplish the mission, those are the things that we had to do. So we didn't think twice about it. Since transitioning from the military, things slowed down a lot. And a lot of those things that we did to our bodies, the punishments that we did to our bodies in order to complete our mission, they start to catch up with you. You feel aches and pains and things that you didn't feel when you were pushing through those missions and trying to accomplish the things that you were accomplished or set out to accomplish. One thing that has helped me, that was introduced to me several years ago through a family friend, was LightMD. After hearing a little bit more about it, after reading a little bit about it, and about photobiomodulation and light therapy, I decided to take a trip out to Las Vegas for a treatment. And that first treatment that I ever had, it was pretty cool. I didn't really know what to expect with it. They had just had these light pads that they wrapped around different parts of my back and the base of my neck and on my knee. They engaged the device, and almost immediately, within just a few minutes, I could feel a lot of the pain subsiding in those areas where the light pads were put. It was so relaxing, I almost kind of started to doze off a little bit as a reaction to the treatment. It was about a 45-minute session, and afterwards it was a complete change from when I first walked into the facility. I had little to no pain in my knee. I was kind of stretching and moving around my back and moving my neck around. I had been actually, during that time, I had been nursing a migraine, one of those ones that kind of lulls for a couple of days. After that treatment, it was completely gone. I felt great. And I traveled back home, and even after a few days, I still felt amazing. I felt good enough to go for a run, which I had not done for a while after leaving the military, especially with all that pain. I felt good. I felt the best I felt since leaving, even after all of the different treatments that I had prior to LightMD. This LightMD, it was painless. It was safe. There was no chemicals involved. There wasn't anything unnatural about it. It was completely natural, completely safe. And if LightMD is offered through the VA, it would be able to reach so many more veterans so that they can enjoy the quality of life that I've been enjoying after the treatments that I've had. And even for myself, to have it offered at the VA, I wouldn't have to travel as far, and I would be able to have more treatments more often and just have that great quality of life at a more consistent basis. So if it was offered through the VA, that would be a huge, huge thing for veterans all over the world.